Welcome, everybody! Alright, yeah, the thing's not gonna light up because, the thing's not lighting up because I am actually muted and deafened in Discord, so we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that I am shaded. Anyways, hello Kim, hello Balthazar, hello Alistair, welcome to the show. My compatriots are already in the voice chat, so I am going to keep this intro brief. We are starting Case 4, Part 1. And I hope you are all doing well. And Balthazar, those arts that you're putting in the Discord look freaking amazing. So, I'll just get y'all in for the pre-show chaos. I think last I left them, we were all talking about movies we watched entirely too many times. For me, that was The Princess Bride. One of the funniest movies I've seen. Okay, so I told the people on the
attack rush.
I told people in the opening that y'all were talking about movies, but then I walk in here to JoJo and Fist of the North Star.
Ryan's like, what the?
He's like,
why are
oh,
these mics all lighting up?
Oh my god.
Instead of kazoos,
Ryan's
it's
like,
just us
Nani?
us.
It's just us like Oreo.
Oreo. Oreo.
Oh no! Oh wait, I have to go get my kazoo. Hold on. We're taking requests, by the way.
And tips are greatly appreciated.
Alistair had Oreo earlier today. Oh no.
Delicious.
Wait, there's kazoo emojis? Hello,
There's kazoo.
Angel.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
There is a kazoo redeem. Yes.
No, an emoji, not a redeem.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Hi, stream. Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
To the chaos.
Got no rhythm, and it's easy. Did you say chaos?
Yeah.
Chaos control!
I feel like I need to
my
quiet that
God.
down a little bit because there's that explosion going on in the background when I recorded that.
Explosion!
Yeah, that was probably me throwing a grenade.
Explosion!
Explosions are. Explosion is art.
Explosion!
Explosion.
Oh my god,
Yesenia.
here!
Yesenia!
Hello there.
Hello there.
Welcome, Yesenia!
Yokozo.
But hold on, I had to bring up the volume for stream. I have to lower it now again.
Wow.
There we go.
Yokoso. Technical necessities.
Yokozo.
Actually, now I need to rebalance all of you.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Yari yari da ze.
Yari yari da ze.
JSide's a little on the loud side.
Okita ka? Ojo-san. Dattara nan nan da yo?
Ohayo gozaimasu. Chichue.
Tyrion Cuthbert!
Hi.
Mahou no Bengoshi. I'm guessing that's just like magic attorney.
Magic lawyer?
I'm sorry, magic lawyer, yeah.
Yeah, magic.
He's
card,
so
yeah,
good, his skills could be construed as magical. He's just that good.
Well, yeah.
Amazing.
この目で Wait, what's his eye called again? Horus?
Eye of Horus.
Eye of
Horus?
Horus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horus no me. Katsu.
Mm.
Mieru. I see. I see.
I see.
All right.
I
Just,
see.
just
I
as
don't
a.
actually see.
Bobo.
Yes.
I see. No, I don't
I
actually
see.
see.
That's literally a character I would make Ryan play if we all dubbed over K-pop Demon Hunter someday.
Oh my god,
Oh my
yes!
goodness.
No, actually, I don't see.
I would dub over Jinu.
I see a desire to please. I'm not like that, right? You guys have told me, right?
You can tell me, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Damn.
All right. Just a quick thing. Can I get everybody to like ad lib a few lines? Say something you think would fit for a second while while I balance out.
Oh
everyone's-
no!
CCC is this.
As Lord Commander of the Inquisition, I disapprove of that entirely.
Okay, next good.
Are we going one at a
Jay.
time?
Yeah, Jake
Oh.
Cuevas, can you say something?
I am saying something at a higher volume, and now I am saying something at a lower volume. Do you want me to go back up just to make sure?
Yeah, go to higher.
And now, what are you talking about? Like, this is probably as loud as I'll go, unless it's.
All right.
Questionable.
Looks good. Okay. JSide.
I'll be. Yeah.
やれやれだぜ。
You're definitely.
これは俺の本物の声だ。
You're definitely on the low. You're definitely on the louder end.
On the louder end?
Don't worry, I'm doing the adjusting here.
But he said he. This
Okay,
was
just
the
like
true
because
one.
I've been moving my gain around a lot, so.
Hold your gain where it is, right?
Oh.
Hold your gain at normal conversational level.
All right, yeah,
We
it's,
can
in, the,
adjust
it's,
from
it's
there.
in the middle. It's in the middle.
Okay, you're good. Mag?
Hmm? Yeah?
Okay,
Sorry.
I was able to get off. I was able to work with that. Sharon.
Okay. Yippee!
Yippee! Hello, hello. What's up, everybody?
Very slight
Hi.
downward reduction. Okay, Yesenia, you're the last one I need to adjust.
I mean, I'm over here eating. I just finished stream, so I'm trying to eat really fast before you start having me read all these lines. I
Get that
saw the
food.
dog.
Noted.
Yeah, get that food in your stomach.
Is that more? Do you need me to talk more? I
You're
can
good.
talk more.
You're good.
Okay, cool.
Jay, we're on
That-
four.
I can talk, but
We
I want
are
to eat.
on
I can talk,
episode
but I want to eat.
4.
Four,
It's
not
four,
5.
okay.
I hope it's
Oh.
not 5 yet. I'd be
Of
sad.
course.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
damn, we're
actually
episode
meant
4, right?
4,
Damn, okay.
but I meant 4 but typed
Okay.
5 because I'm that smart. So if I remember correctly, I deposed Nick as the voice of the Lloyd von Sanctus, right? Because he will
Yes.
have a different set of
Yes.
characters.
Yeah.
You will have to
Yes.
come up with quite a few voices as JSide will.
I look forward to hearing
Huh?
your.
I'm just gonna
Lloyd
throw
von
Mexicans
Sanctus.
here. There's gonna be Mexicans because that's one of the accents that I can do. So
Yeah,
it's
bring
okay. Get some diversity in there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
On the other hand, Mag gets a break.
Oh my god, just Celeste.
Me been chillin'.
Oh, don't
The
worry.
food.
Don't worry.
Mm.
Again, case 5. She's the only one who breaks 700.
Nice.
All right. Shall we?
We
Mm.
shall.
Yes, let's.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do
Hello?
this.
Let's
Kaja, kaja.
begin.
Kaja, 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 kaja,
Kaja,
kaja,
kaja.
kaja.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
All right, I need to click through that.
I can't believe Cuthbert read the client's mind without asking. starting to become a problem. Becoming more and more reckless with each passing year. I wish Frey was still alive. She wouldn't know what to do. She made it look so effortless. And he loved her. Would he have listened to her if she was still here?
Is something the matter, Tymora?
No. I was just thinking about something.
Well, the trial is about to begin. I don't doubt your abilities, but I'd appreciate it if you remained focused. All of our futures are at stake, after all.
Of course, Miss Frega. What's wrong?
Nothing. Well, it's just the ritual that I use to calm myself.
Right. I'd almost forgotten about that. But more importantly, what are you doing here?
My father sent me to guide Beatrice through the courthouse. It's a new environment for her, and we were both worried about her condition.
I still can't believe you were the boss's daughter this entire time. Why didn't you say anything at the academy?
Oh? Knowing my true identity would have caused friction with your son, wouldn't it?
He's not my... Anyways, I suppose I understand why you stayed quiet. But I still don't appreciate being kept in the dark about this.
Oh! Speak of the devil. Parental troubles?
We had an argument earlier. It's nothing to worry about.
If you say so. The trial is about to begin. Do you really have the time to be making small talk here?
Nightgrave, is that you? What are you doing here?
Well,
He's accompanying me as my aide for this case.
I see. So I assume you'll be prosecuting?
Of course. I would never pass up the opportunity to face the infamous Ruby Tymora.
Really? If I recall correctly, you haven't even beaten Tyrion once so far.
Miss Steelwind, don't strain yourself.
What's that look for, Beatrice? You almost look surprised to see me here. Considering the circumstances, I thought you might recuse yourself. I am more than capable of being objective, especially for a case of this much importance. Well, I hope your mind is as strong as you think it is.
Miss Steelwind, please calm down.
Oh, how I love a good reunion.
Is
I got
that the
Chairman
Miss Ruby
Water.
Tymora?
Why? Oh, what? 3 people? Huh?
Court is now in session for the trial of Beatrice Frega. Miss Steelwind, Is the prosecution ready?
Mm,
Miss Steelwind?
of course. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Let's begin the proceedings. Prosecutor Steelwind, could you please list the charges?
Your Honor, the defendant is charged with first-degree murder and grand theft. As many of you know, Beatrice Frega is the formerly missing daughter of the now late William Frega. And the victim of the murder is William Frega himself.
Yes, I am well aware of that. The people of Wyverngarde will certainly mourn the loss of House Frega's head. But anyways, did you also say that the defendant is accused of grand theft?
Yes, Your Honor. The crimes took place during the Lord's Ball, an event that was hosted in Frega Manor yesterday evening. The Haroldson Hall of History had a gallery display within the manor. They were showcasing several magical artifacts donated to the Wyverngarde Historical Society. One of these items was the Sword of Spell Eating, a magical artifact that allows its wielder to nullify magical effects. We, the prosecution, believe that the defendant stole this item. She then used it to nullify the magical lock on the victim's study. After breaking into the study, she attacked the victim and slashed his throat open using a letter opener. He died of blood loss shortly after.
I see. But what possible motive would the defendant have to murder her own father?
William Frega and his daughter were not close. Saying that they had a strained relationship would be an understatement. In fact, 5 years prior to the murder, Beatrice abandoned and fled her home. She went into hiding and did not contact any of her friends or family. Her whereabouts were unknown until she suddenly contacted her father a week ago.
My client left the Frega household because of her toxic relationship with her father. She wanted to create a life for herself that was free from his influence and abuse.
I won't disagree with your claims, but that just highlights how desperate the defendant must have been. She had clearly fallen on hard times and begrudgingly contacted her father for financial aid. I can't possibly understand why they would schedule this meeting during the Lord's Ball. But nevertheless, several witnesses did see her that night. And these same witnesses saw her storming out of her father's study in anger. Her father must have refused her request for gold, so she decided to murder him to claim his inheritance. Luckily, we prepared for this in advance.
Yes, playing right into our hands. What you're saying is all conjecture, Steelwind. You don't have any evidence of or testimony that confirms what they spoke about.
Yes, I'm well aware that you and your client have refused to tell us what was discussed during that meeting. But, as long as you both stay silent, my claims are plausible.
Be honest, Steelwind. Do you seriously think that my client committed these crimes in spite of her condition?
Condition? What do you mean by that, Miss Tamora?
Why don't you tell him, Steelwind? tell the court about my client's disability.
Your Honor, Beatrice Frega is considered legally disabled. However,
Legally disabled. That's a convenient way of putting it, Steelwind. My client isn't just legally disabled. She's completely blind.
what?
Oh,
Blind?
She didn't have
Wait,
sight?
hold on a
What?
second.
Oh,
How is she not
blind.
walking here without a
Completely.
guide?
Blind. Is this true?
We have several medical documents and testimony from several Shirogans? What?
I think that's...
Chirurgians.
Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Chirurgians.
Wait, was it? Wait, what?
Chirurgians.
Chirurgians, thank you. Chirurgians attesting to that fact. My client is unable to see anything.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Steelwind? Do you expect me to believe that a blind woman performed any of the acts that you're accusing her of?
I'm glad you also see how ridiculous these claims are, Your Honor.
If the court would just let me elaborate.
Steelwind, the prosecution's first charge is grand theft. My client would have needed to break into a magically secured display case. Performing such an act would be a difficult task for anyone, much less my client. And the second charge is first-degree murder. My client would have needed to use the sword of spell eating on the lock leading to the victim's study. Then, she would have needed to grab a letter opener, overpower the victim, and deliver a precise and fatal blow to the victim's neck. Does any of that sound like a reasonable theory, Your Honor?
I'm compelled to agree with you, Miss Tamura. It all sounds quite ludicrous, to be perfectly honest.
This is just
This is just awful.
How could she do
no.
that?
Why
More
are they
than
accusing a
awful.
Her
blind woman
eyes,
of
her
what?
eyes are gone.
She's
Her
completely
eyes
blind.
I believe Steelwind's
It's
clearly
clearly
just
just-
attacking Frega's town.
The Fregas. It's just a blatant power grab.
Yeah.
What's a chirurgeon?
I
Enough!
don't know.
Your Honor, the court has not seen the evidence that supports this case. Nor have you listened to the Inquisition's testimony regarding their investigation. Until you have done so, you are in no position to pass judgment.
Very well, Miss Steelwind. I suppose you have a point.
To begin, the prosecution would like to call Commander Orym White to the stand. Do your job right this time.
Don't you threaten me, my lady.
Commander White, please testify to the court about the Inquisition's findings.
Right. We didn't want to cause panic after the sword was stolen, so we activated the manor's silent security system. It put an anti-magic field over the entire manor. We did a search of the house, and we found a stolen sword in the defendant's bedroom. It didn't look like she was going to run, and Crown Prince Aster told us to stand down, so we just kept a close eye on her. William Frega was in a bad mood that night, so he had already locked himself inside his study. But an hour later, we entered the study and found him lying dead in a pool of blood. The lock was still engaged and no one teleported in. The perp must have temporarily disabled the lock using the sword of spell eating. We have testimonies that say the defendant was seriously in debt. She must have murdered the victim to get a part of his inheritance. And that's how I ended up here.
Your Honor, the prosecution's case against my client is riddled with holes. And the prosecution's proposed motive is the largest among them.
What do you mean, Miss Tamura? Of all the elements in this case, the motive is the most believable. Your client would have had much to gain through her father's inheritance.
That may be. But that's assuming my client had anything to inherit at all.
What?
Your Honor, my client fled from her psychologically abusive father 5 years ago. How do you think he would have reacted to that? Lord Frega was a petty and vindictive man. Do you honestly think that he'd leave his inheritance to someone who disobeyed him so egregiously? No. He'd do everything in his power to make sure she didn't see a shred of his wealth.
What?
That sounds like Lord Frega, all right.
Yes. We're already well aware of this. On the night of the murder, the victim made the decision to disinherit the defendant. However, his murder deprived him of the opportunity to submit his will to his attorney. This only further proves the defendant's motive. She would have needed to act quickly, lest her father submit the changed will.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Steelwind. William Frega didn't disinherit my client that night. He disinherited my client 5 years ago. I have witnessed testimony from Miriam Frega, William's youngest daughter. By her own admission, her father disinherited my client shortly after she fled the household.
What? She never brought that up during questioning.
Perhaps she's not as amicable as you thought. If you don't believe me, why don't we call her to the stand and ask her ourselves?
What are you planning, Miss Timora?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's clear we won't get anywhere until we hear from Miriam directly. Bailiff, please escort Miriam Frega to the stand.
Guess that means I get to leave.
Miriam, is the defense correct? Did your father disinherit Beatrice 5 years ago?
Yes?
And you didn't think it was necessary to share this information with me?
Well, you never asked.
If I recall correctly, you also were tight-lipped during questioning this morning. Are you staying quiet for your sister's sake?
The witness just lost her father. You can hardly expect her to recall every detail that's relevant to the case.
Which raises a more concerning question. How did you extract this information?
Who knows? Maybe I just have a way with people.
Regardless, I suppose you have a point. I'll give the witness the benefit of the doubt. For now. In any case, Miriam, please testify to the court about how you found out about Beatrice's disinheritance.
Yeah, of course. One day, we all woke up and discovered that Beatrice had fled from our home. She left a note for us, and in it, she renounced her name and denounced my father. My father later called me and my sister into his study. He told us that he'd completely disowned Beatrice and removed any claim she had to the Frega estate. It was probably a threat to us in case we ever chose to go down the same path as she did. He wanted to make an example out of her. This all happened 5 years ago.
And are you sure this all happened 5 years ago?
Yeah. Even now, I can remember everything clearly.
I see. And Leif was there with you at this meeting?
Yeah, she was.
However, Leif couldn't have possibly been there.
Hey, are you okay?
I...
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh.
What on earth?
By the Scale Lord, is that blood? What?
Blood?
Bailiff, find anyone capable of casting healing magic. Escort them to the courtroom immediately.
Oh.
How was this not important to bring up at some point? Maybe it's just me. Mr. Nightgrave, explain yourself. What is going on? Why was Miss Steelwind so gravely injured?
I'm sorry. But I wasn't actually here as Miss Steelwind's aide. I was here as her healer.
Her healer.
The truth is, Miss Steelwind was violently attacked at noon today. She was in critical condition, but she insisted on prosecuting the case anyways. I owed her a favor, and she asked me to channel my necromancy to keep her wounds closed during the trial.
Scale Lord, why didn't she just recuse herself?
Anyways, is there any need to prolong this trial, Your Honor?
What?
Even you must acknowledge how weak the case against my client is. In addition to that, Miriam's testimony shows that my client had nothing to gain from her father's death.
Miss Tamora, Miss Steelwind was gravely injured. And you're still only concerned about...
The only thing I'm concerned about is seeking justice for my client.
Even so, we cannot move forward until we find another prosecutor.
And how long do you think that will take, Your Honor? It's almost been 12 hours since the murder took place. That gives us what? 36 hours? After that, every magical trace at the crime scene will fully disappear.
But there might be someone.
If Steelwind had simply allowed another prosecutor to work this case, we wouldn't be in this situation. She took a risk, and now she has to pay the price. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
Well, due to today's unprecedented events, I suppose I have no choice. There aren't any prosecutors available to immediately take Miss Steelwind's place. We will take a brief recess. After that, I'll deliver my verdict.
What?
Of course.
Oh!
I had a feeling. My son.
Your
Okay.
Honor, I'm afraid you can't pass a verdict just yet.
Mr. Cuthbert!
Cuthbert? What the hell are you doing?
I don't know.
Gotta love this
Mr.
guy.
Cuthbert.
But what I do know is that there was a massive contradiction in Miriam Frega's testimony.
I have no idea why I'm
Oh.
here, but I'm doing it anyway.
How
I
the
don't know.
tables, how the turntables.
Love that response.
Spin.
I feel so out of place here.
Why are you in a corner by yourself?
I can't believe I let you talk me into coming here. I...
For reasons unknown.
Yes, for
Yes.
reasons
I've been-
unknown.
I've been wanting to wear this dress for a while now. What do you think?
Look respectfully.
What's wrong?
Wipe that chin.
Oh, I see. Are you enchanted by my beauty? Come on, say something.
Hmm. Am I interrupting something?
Miss Tamora?
I wanted to check in on you too before we went to meet with Lord Frega.
Hi, I'm Tyrion Cuthbert. I'm Miss Timora's ward. What?
Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It's a bit of a habit of mine.
Oh.
I've heard much about you, Mr. Cuthbert. My name is Beatrice.
Anyways, we'll probably be gone for a while. Can I trust you two to not cause trouble? You're in a manor filled with the highest members of the nobility. You might meet some familiar yet unfriendly faces.
We'll keep a low profile, Miss Tamora.
Please do.
So, why were you so insistent on accompanying Miss Tamora to the Lord's Ball?
Oh, that's...
You know you can tell me anything, right?
I guess everything that happened in Oryx made me think about things. I don't really know anything about my past or where I came from. I didn't want to think about it because of my dad and mom, but
You wanted to find out who your biological parents are.
I do. But I don't know now. Being here is starting to make me feel weird. I still have my mom, and looking for my birth parents feels wrong somehow.
I don't think that's true.
Really?
Miss Tamora adopted me when I was a child, and she gave me a purpose in life. but I still keep my childhood memories of my mother close to me. Miss Timora and my mother are both important to me. I don't think it's disrespectful to find out more about yourself, and I'm sure your mother will understand.
You think so?
Of course. And I'm also sure of another thing. If I'm with you, I doubt any of the nobles here will want to speak with you.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude, but...
Don't worry. I can find something to fill the time.
You're just going to play chess alone, aren't you?
Maybe?
You really need to learn to talk to other people. Make some new friends or something.
I don't need more friends. I usually want to spend most of my time with you anyways.
So, anyways, I'm going to try to talk to some people. Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. See you later. So...
Well, it's not as if I have anything better to do. I should try to find an empty table to play on. This place looks pretty quiet, but there aren't any tables anywhere. Well, I could play on the floor. What the? Did someone leave a door open?
Now there's a face I haven't seen before. Hello, my name is Harold Haroldson. I'm the curator of this collection.
Haroldson? Is that a pseudonym or something?
No.
I see. Would you happen to know anything about the ancient dragons?
Ah, like the scaled lord Rathalion. There are many pieces in this gallery. And some of them were items that were wielded by the 7 heroes of Wyverngarde. Legends say that some of these items were directly enchanted by Rathalion himself.
It's a pair of metallic armbands. There's several magical runes carved onto them.
Those are the armbands of intellect. They were actually created by a member of House Frega many centuries ago.
Centuries? That would make these armbands one of the first creations of artificery.
Uh-huh, that's correct. Legends say that whoever wore these armbands would be granted unparalleled levels of intellect. Many believe that House Frega created these to aid them in their study of magic.
It's a crimson red short sword.
That's the sword of spell eating. Legends say that it has the power to protect its wielder from any kind of magic.
So it's like an anti-magic field.
In a way, yes, but it has less than heroic origins, I'm afraid. It's said that this sword was created through a blood pact between a mage and a demon.
A demon?
Uh-huh. Legends say that some demons had the power to absorb and nullify magic. A demon must have imbued some of that power into this sword. Or at least that's what the legends say.
Is it safe to put something like this on display? What if the legends are true?
Oh, don't worry. These displays are fortified with several abjuration spells. I'd bet even Lord Steelwind would have trouble getting into this.
It's a pair of golden earrings. There are small jewels embedded into each of them.
Those are the earrings of vitality. It's said that the Scaled Lord imbued a portion of his immortality into these. Legends say that whoever wore them would have their lifespan increased tenfold.
The Scaled Lord could do things like that?
Of course! He is the Scaled Lord, after all!
Are there any spells that can create a similar effect to these earrings?
Not that I know of. A spell like that would probably fall under the school of necromancy. And I'm sure you know how much the kingdom scrutinizes that type of magic.
So, what is a historian doing at the Lord's Ball, Mr. Haroldson?
Harold.
Oh, right, Harold.
He must think it adds a semblance of culture, the fool. Anyway, Lord Frega invites my museum to set up some displays here every year.
You own a museum?
Yes, it's the Haroldson Hall of History, located in the city of Halmerith. Unfortunately, I don't think his guests appreciate the historical significance of these items. Honestly, I think you're the only person in years who's taken a meaningful interest in them.
Sorry, but I really have to ask. Is that a monkey riding on your back?
Yes, this is my familiar, Eugene.
Your familiar?
A familiar is a creature that a mage has formed a magical bond with. With that bond, our souls are forever connected. I can communicate with him telepathically. I could even cast my spells through him if I wanted to.
Really? Oh, I never knew a spell like that existed.
It's quite rare. Very few mages take the time to learn how to cast it. Also, monkey. Eugene helps me with my day-to-day. These old bones aren't as spry as they used to be, after all.
Mr.
Yes, Eugene.
I mean, Harold.
Harold.
As a historian, do you have a lot of knowledge about the ancient dragons?
The answer to that question is somewhat complicated.
What do you mean?
Unfortunately, a lot of historical texts in my collection have been altered or even outright destroyed by the Church of Bahamut. Because of that, it's quite difficult to separate myths from actual historical accounts. Yes, I know, Eugene, I'm quite furious at that too.
Right. I remember encountering a similar problem at the Imperial Academy.
You must be quite dedicated to your studies. They let this simpleton into the Imperial Academy. I had to fight the church for a long time before I could even display dragon bones in my museum.
In the history of the ancient dragons, was there any instance of them granting powers to humans?
Well, of course, that's the entire premise behind the 7 Heroes of Wyverngarde. Does this idiot not even know about that?
Right, but was there anything before that? Did they ever grant supernatural abilities that didn't follow the rules of arcane magic?
Granting supernatural abilities, you say? That sounds more like something demonic in nature rather than draconic.
Demonic?
Much like the ancient dragons, demons are the stuff of myths. There are many stories of people selling their souls to them for untold power.
use my eyes. Peer beyond the divine gate as I once did.
Is something wrong? Ah, this simpleton is far too superstitious.
No, nothing's wrong. Oh, I forgot to sign this one. Mag, take this one.
Okay.
You got this.
All right. How dare you insulate that I engage in an audacious relationship?
Oh.
That's not what I. Enough! If you try to speak with me again, I'll have the King's Guard throw you out. This isn't working.
I don't think asking them like that will be very effective.
What? Oh.
Did you expect anyone here to be truthful with you? You're essentially asking them if they cheated on their spouses.
Have you been spying on me?
Not intentionally. I was just surprised to see you here, of all places.
Right. I guess that makes sense.
You're not party crashing, are you?
Of course not! I came here with Ruby and Tyrion!
That honestly raises more questions than answers. But I'll take your word for it. Anyways, you're looking for your birth parents, aren't you?
Was I being that obvious?
It's the only reason I could think of. Why else would you be trying to speak with members of the nobility? I don't know if it's any of my business. But think hard about whether this is what you truly want. Getting entangled in the aristocracy will only bring you misery. I've read your file. You have everything you could ever want. You have your mother and your friends. You even have a lover.
What?
You're in a relationship with Mr. Cuthbert, are you not?
No! Tyrion's not my...
Really? Huh. From the way you two behave around one another, I just assumed. It's pretty obvious you have feelings for him.
What? How obvious?
Did he seriously not notice? I think someone with his deductive reasoning skills would easily see through you.
Oh yeah? What about you and Aster?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come on! I was there at the Von Sanctus Manor. It's so obvious you like him.
Please. You're grossly exaggerating things. He may be my fiancé, but I only have the utmost respect for him.
Are you sure? And what if I told you he was sitting right behind you?
Do you honestly think I'd fall for something like that?
What are you falling for?
Your Highness!
Oh, I think this is Yesenia's.
Sorry, I was eating.
You're good.
You good?
Oh, hello, Lady Steelwind.
Your Highness, please don't run ahead like that.
At this rate, we're also gonna have like a summer special with swimsuits and stuff.
Literally.
Oh boy.
I can confirm that this
The
does not
beach.
happen.
You'll just have to
Let us dream, Ryan.
Let us dream. Hey, Aster, what do you think of Steelwind's dress?
Oh, well, it suits you very well, Miss Steelwind. You look lovely.
Gross.
Oh my god.
What?
Reperio Arcanum. Bye. Oh, Mr. Cuthbert.
What was that all about?
My apologies. They were making sure you weren't disguising yourself with an illusion.
The King's Guard are charged with keeping us safe. We must take every precaution to protect us.
Oh, and who might you be?
Do not speak so familiar with me, peasant.
Alaric! Don't speak to him like that. He's my hero.
Why shouldn't I speak to him as I please? I am Prince Alaric de Wyverngarde the Sixth. I will not demote myself by showing courtesy to a commoner.
I'm terribly sorry about it, Mr. Cuthbert.
It's fine. Anyways, weren't you supposed to be investigating your birth parents? Leave the poor woman alone.
She started.
Did not.
Right.
I'm actually quite surprised to see you both here. What brings you to the Lord's Ball, Mr. Cuthbert?
We were just accompanying Miss Timora. Her client has business with Lord Frega.
Her client? Beatrice!
Oh. That voice. Is that you, Aster?
It really is you.
I'm glad to see you again. It's been quite some time.
Is that really all you have to say?
It appears you two have much to talk about. I'll be taking my leave. Oh.
Celeste, we should probably get going too.
Yeah. Wow. That was awkward.
Yeah, I wonder how those two know each other. Anyways, how did your investigation go?
I got nothing. I think all I did was make a bunch of the nobles mad.
Sorry. I know you really wanted answers. But I'm sure something will come up.
You think so? Anyways, I don't want this night to be a total loss. Come on, dance with me.
What? No, that's not really something I...
Don't be like that. How often do we get to go to the party like this?
Hey. Celeste, people are staring at us.
Who cares what they think? They're nobles. They're going to hate us no matter what we do.
I don't even know how to dance. I've never done this before.
Me neither, but it's okay. It's easy. Just stop being so awkward about it.
All right, just tell me what I need to do.
Well, first, you need to be closer to me.
Oh, look at him blush.
Watch my movements and try to follow my lead.
You seem to know a lot about these things.
I had to do a lot of networking when I was a mercenary. Do you know how many times I had to charm a merchant into hiring me?
I see.
You're getting it. But don't focus so much on where your feet are. Just look at me.
What?
Come on, do it. Ah! There he is, the infamous Tyrion Cuthbert. Never turns away from challenging a noble, but can't dance a step to save his life. See? There you go. Although...
what is it?
You know what a man is supposed to lead, right?
Maybe I don't subscribe to gender stereotypes.
Or maybe you just suck at this. Damn, you suck. Damn, that's
get
crazy.
wrecked.
Yeah.
You get wrecked. It's 2025,
Well, he did
but
step
you
on her
still suck at
feet.
dancing.
Yeah.
A few times.
Bro, you suck.
No, don't tell me.
You know it.
He's gonna take her away. Show you how it's done. Oh.
Beatrice Frega, by the order of the Wyverngarde Crown, you're under arrest!
Damn it. It was just getting good. We should go see what's happening, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh. You are completely out of line, Commander. I thought I told you to stand down.
Do you not recognize who you're speaking to? Let go of Lady Frega.
I really can't do that, your highnesses. Highnesses.
Aster, what's going on?
It's Lord Frega. He was found murdered in his study. And these cretins think that Beatrice is behind it somehow.
Sorry, your highness, but my orders come straight from Steelwind.
Lady Steelwind sent you?
Hmm. I should go with them.
What? No!
My brother is right. They have no right to.
I don't want to cause friction between you and Aria. She's always been meticulous. I'm sure she's just being careful. I'm sure I'll be exonerated once they've thoroughly investigated what happened.
Okay. Only if that's what you truly want.
What? You can't just let them take her away.
Brother, she's correct. It's not our place to interfere with the laws of our kingdom.
But
However,
Yes, Your Highness?
Miss Beatrice is blind. One of your knights will need to escort her.
She's what? Anyway, we're going to need to take you to a holding cell, lady. One of you should stay with her and guide her through.
Please. I may be disabled, but I'm not a child.
Shouldn't you all be following her?
Right! Inquisition, move out! Out of that awkward situation.
Damn, lost save progress. Sure.
Yes, Annie, I like your little boy voice.
Oh,
What happened?
That's really good.
the boy voice is excellent.
I
Oh,
like your little boy voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what
really
do you?
good.
Like Christina V-esque, you know, like little boy voice.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Wait, are you Bennett and Xingqiu? Crazy.
And what do you mean awkward situation, Commander? You're the one who ruined my dance.
I'm just following orders, Your Highness. I don't have a say in the matter.
Ugh, I can't believe they kept us here until noon.
This doesn't make any sense. Beatrice was with me and my brother the entire night. She couldn't have stolen the sword of spell eating and murdered her father.
I don't understand. Of all the people that could have done this, why would Steelwind suspect a blind woman?
Mr. Cuthbert, could you defend Beatrice against these awful charges?
I don't even think I need to.
What?
Beatrice is Ruby's client. I'm sure that she'll be the one defending her.
Well, that certainly puts my mind at ease.
What's wrong?
I don't know if I'm asking too much, but could you still investigate the crime scene for me, Mr. Cuthbert?
What? But we just said that Miss Timora will...
I know, and I don't doubt her abilities. But Beatrice is a dear friend of mine. I'd like every chance for her to be found innocent. Of course, I'll also compensate you for your services.
consider yourself blessed. A commoner like you could only dream of a job like this.
Alaric.
So charming.
I can't believe this.
What's wrong?
The people in the coat room said they couldn't find my sword. They told me that someone must have stolen it.
What?
Who stole my sword? What the hell?
Isn't this the second time?
We can probably keep an eye out for it while we investigate the manor. This might all just be some kind of mistake.
I hope so. But anyways, where should we start first?
We should head to the crime scene.
I remember hearing that they found Lord Frega's body in his study. Let's go over there. Happy music.
I wasn't expecting to see you here, Mr. Cuthbert. I thought Ruby Taimura was defending this case.
Wallace, what are you doing here?
He's here as my aide for the investigation.
Anyways, we're here on behalf of Crown Prince Aster. He hired us to investigate this case independently.
Oh, I see.
I'm sure he just wants to make sure the investigation goes smoothly.
Well, if you're here on behalf of His Highness, I'll do whatever I can to help you.
What can you tell me about the murder?
William Frega was found dead in this room after the lockdown was lifted. From what we can tell, his throat had been slashed open with a letter opener.
Ugh.
The cause of death was blood loss. Both of his carotid arteries were severed.
Here's the autopsy report if you want a detailed description.
Were you able to find the murder weapon?
Yes. The murderer left it at the crime scene. It was a letter opener owned by the victim.
The murderer must have found it in this room and used it.
There was one strange detail about the weapon. The handle was completely shattered. We're not sure what to make of that detail, but it's as if something crushed the handle using tremendous force.
You mentioned that there was a lockdown. When did this happen?
You didn't notice? Well, the Inquisition did try to be discreet. But everyone noticed the commotion Beatrice and the two princes made over it. I suppose you two must have been lost in your own little world, weren't you?
Anyways, you said that Lord Frega's body was found after the lockdown? That means something else must have happened prior.
Supposedly, someone had broken into one of the Haroldson exhibits. One of the magical artifacts was stolen.
So there was also a theft last night. Does the Manor's lockdown system behave like the one at the Imperial Academy?
The systems are somewhat different. Unlike the Imperial Academy, the lockdown only prevents people from leaving or entering the manor.
So not all of the rooms were locked, but what about this specific room?
This room does have abjuration wards that lock the door and prevent teleportation in and out of it. And, in addition to that, the system placed an anti-magic field over the manor.
An anti-magic field?
What is that?
Anti-magic field is a spell that nullifies all magic within it.
And the system somehow covered the entire manor in this effect.
If you noticed, there are several purple crystals embedded in the walls of the manor. Each of those crystals produced an anti-magic field during the lockdown.
So no one could cast magic during the entirety of the lockdown.
Not exactly. Someone could have used the stolen artifact to circumvent it.
You mentioned that someone could have used the stolen artifact to get past the anti-magic fields. Which artifact was it?
It was the Sword of Spell Eating. After Lord Haroldson reported the theft, the Inquisition discreetly placed the manor on lockdown. They searched every room in the manor to try to find it. But it was eventually found in Beatrice's bedroom.
And that led them to believe that she had stolen it.
That's correct. The King's Guard moved to arrest her, but Prince Aster ordered them to step down. It didn't look like she was planning on fleeing, so they planned to wait until the party had ended.
But then they found Lord Frega's body.
Correct. We believe that she used the stolen sword to nullify the magical locks and break into Lord Frega's study.
But if she had the sword, why wouldn't she just use that to commit the murder?
We're not entirely sure. We have a few working theories. She might have wanted to prevent the theft from being tied to the murder. Or perhaps she had more confidence wielding a knife over a sword. Regardless of her reasons, it's clear that the sword wasn't the murder weapon.
Since the body was found here, was Lord Frega locked in this room during the lockdown?
Yes, William Frega knew that this room should have been secured. He was supposedly in a bad mood, and had locked himself in this room for most of the night. He refused to let anyone into the room. The only person he spoke to after that was his daughter.
His daughter? Are you talking about Miriam?
No. Lord Frega had another daughter. I'm referring to Leif Frega, Lord Frega's middle child. She tried to tell her father about the theft, but he was apparently preoccupied with something else. He said that he wanted to stay in his study for the rest of the night.
When did this happen?
It was shortly before the lockdown was activated. A little after 1 a.m.
I see. By the way, Steelwind, do you have a map of the manor?
I do. Would you like a copy?
Please and thank you. Were there any other witnesses aside from Leif who saw Lord Frega that night? Perhaps someone heard what happened from a nearby room.
There was someone who heard the altercation, but it was quite obscured. A servant was trapped in a storage room nearby. There's an air vent that connects this room with that storage room. He supposedly heard sounds of a struggle through that vent.
What did this witness hear?
There were sounds of a struggle before he heard Lord Frega choking on his own blood. When the lockdown was lifted, he informed the King's Guard of what he heard. That's when they discovered the body.
I see. Who was this servant?
I believe you actually know him. His name is Hughes.
Wait, Mr. Hughes is here?
Oh dear. I think I'm lacking a lot of information about the defendant. From the way you were both acting, you and Aster seem to know her.
Your mentor didn't tell you about her?
No, I try not to pry into her business.
I see. I honestly don't know much about what happened either. But Beatrice was Lord Frega's eldest daughter, and the former heir to House Frega.
Former heir?
About 5 years ago, she fled Frega Manor and went into hiding. None of us knew where she'd gone. She ignored any attempts we made to contact her. She even used her magic to prevent us from scrying her. Last night's ball was the first time in years that Aster and I had seen her.
Would you happen to know why Beatrice was meeting with her father after all these years?
I have some ideas, but nothing concrete. I was hoping you could tell me. Tymora and Beatrice have both refused to disclose anything about their meeting. Oh, speaking of which, I haven't seen Tymora anywhere in the manor. As the defendant's attorney, I would have thought that she'd be here to investigate the murder alongside you. Anyways, I imagined that she met with her father to request financial aid.
Why do you say that?
I have it on good authority that she was deeply in debt. That's the only reason why she would speak with her father after all these years. It's also why I believe she murdered her father.
You think she murdered him for his inheritance?
It's the only motive that makes sense.
So the first thing we need to do is narrow down the time in which the murder occurred.
The body was discovered after the lockdown was lifted.
And Leif Frega saw her father alive before it was activated. He entered his study and she watched as the lock engaged. Right. The murder must have occurred during the lockdown.
But that means that the murderer somehow got past the abjuration?
Yep.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. Yay! Where's that protected this room?
Those wards block teleportation, and they magically lock the only door leading into this room. Steelwind and the Inquisition believe that Beatrice used the Sword of Spell Eating to get past them. Regardless of what they think, we need to assume that the murderer used some kind of magic nullification to get into William's study.
But that's not necessarily true, is it? What if the murderer entered the room before William locked it?
If they were in the room when William locked it, they would have been trapped here until he decided to leave. Not only that, they would have discovered the moment the guards entered his study.
Maybe they used some kind of visibility? Or they could have teleported away the moment the Kingsguard unlocked the door.
Teleportation didn't occur. We didn't find any traces of conjuration magic.
What about Celeste's theory of an invisible assailant?
I'll admit that we did find traces of illusion magic. But the moment the guards saw the body, one of them cast Detect Magic. With that spell, they would have seen any invisible people hiding in this room.
Wait, you can use Detect Magic like that?
Of course. It's standard procedure, didn't you know? Like all spells, invisibility leaves traces of magic on the person it's cast on. So, mages can use detect magic as a way to see through invisibility.
So we know for sure that they weren't here before or after the lockdown. This means that whoever committed the murder used some way to bypass the abjurative wards that protect this room. The next thing to consider is the murder weapon. It was a letter opener that was presumably owned by William Frega. The murder probably used it to avoid leaving evidence that incriminated them. Right, the letter opener came from this room. The murderer probably wanted to avoid using a weapon that would have implicated them, so they decided to use it and leave it here after the deed was done. But that leaves a glaring hole in the prosecution's case.
And what would that be, Mr. Cuthbert?
Beatrice Frega is completely blind. Even if she were somehow able to break into a highly guarded exhibit, how did she slip past the guards and enter Lord Frega's study? Furthermore, how did she locate the letter opener if she couldn't see it in the first place? None of it makes sense. Committing this murder unseen would have been a tall order for anyone. I can hardly believe a blind person did all this.
You do well not to underestimate her, Mr. Cuthbert.
What?
You don't know her as I do. She's far more capable than you realize.
I suppose I wouldn't know, but the idea that Beatrice did any of this is still ludicrous.
I suppose I can't change your mind about that. But I have to ask you a question, Mr. Cuthbert. What would you do if you discovered that one of your clients was guilty?
What? I mean, I tend to have an insight into these sort of things. That would never happen.
I've already seen your uncanny ability to read people, but I'm only hypothetically speaking. So, what would you do if they were guilty?
I suppose I'd withdraw and tell them to find another lawyer.
And if no one else would represent them?
I don't know. It would definitely be a hard choice for me. But I would never be able to represent them if I knew the truth. I just can't stand by and let a murderer escape justice.
I see.
Why do you ask?
No reason.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But it's just goofy music.
I love the music.
What? What? It's Han, right? I'm pretty sure
Jan.
because of the J.
Jan.
Jan. Okay, Jan. Okay. Jan, is that you?
Good idea. Oh man, what's with all the noise?
You made me yawn.
I was having such a good nap too.
Mr. Hughes?
Whoa, it's you two.
Why are you taking a nap in the storage room?
Floor's comfy. And I needed to take a break from all the chaos going on. The Kingsguard won't let us leave until they finish investigating the murder. And this pompous noble shooed me away when I tried sleeping on one of the couches. That couch was soft. I didn't expect anyone to find me here.
Anyways, the prosecutor told us that you heard the murder from here during the lockdown. Do you think you could tell us what happened?
Sure, why not? My nap's kinda ruined anyways.
So you're working as a servant now?
Not exactly, but I was a part of the catering staff. The twins started their own food business after Frega threw us out of the academy.
Right. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's not your fault. Even if Redmond was still headmaster, I'm sure the board would have found some other way to get rid of us.
Wait, are Valentina and Valerie here too?
No, they just contracted some staff to Lord Frega for the Lord's Ball. I think a bunch of other businesses did the same thing. Man, I can't believe I got myself pulled into another murder investigation. Do I have bad luck or what?
Oh, come on, you're 2 for 2. I'm 4 for 4.
Well, that still makes a
You're a
hole.
lawyer?
The prosecutor told us that you heard the altercation through the air vents. Could you tell us exactly what you heard?
Well, I didn't hear everything. I was taking a nap in this room when it happened.
Why were you napping here?
Why not?
The couch
I
is
didn't have a
taken.
choice. I accidentally closed the door when the lock was engaged. Before I knew it, I was trapped here. Anyway, I heard the sound of some kind of struggle going on. I couldn't hear everything, but I heard Lord Frega shout, "Who are you? What do you want?" That went on for a few seconds. Then I heard the sound of someone getting stabbed.
Did you hear the voice of the assailant?
They didn't say anything, but I did hear them. Their voice was really raspy. I think they had a sore throat or something. Huh.
Why did you enter the storage room anyways?
The servants were complaining about rats running through the air vents, so they sent me to take care of it. I heard one of them running in the vent upstairs, and I followed here. I figured I had nowhere else to go, so I opened it up and put a trap down. After I was done, I tried to leave, but the door was locked. I didn't have anything else to do, so I took a nap. Anyway, see you around. Tyrion Cuthbert and Celeste McCoy. I'm gonna
Have a-
take another nap.
Have a good nap.
Have a good nap, please.
Thanks. These
Stop,
floors
you're-
are actually kind of soft.
Yeah, you're making me yawn.
Heated floor?
Sarah says, stop, I'm yawning now.
Same, Saru. I've been yawning
It's
all
infectious.
Oh,
Who
I think
was
this is
this?
Yesenia.
Who's got Leif again?
Yesenia.
It's Yesenia, right?
Yeah, you said it, I think.
Yeah, it's me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, Tracker. Where are you?
Good insight.
Wow. This place has not been cleaned.
Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to intrude.
no. There's no need to apologize. But I would like to know what you're doing here.
We're here on behalf of the Crown Prince. We're currently investigating the murder of William Freya.
Oh, I see.
My apologies. I didn't quite get your name.
My name is Leif. Leif Frega.
I'm sorry for your loss, Lady Frega, but do you mind if I ask you some questions about last night?
Of course.
Prosecutor Steelwind told us that you were the last person to see him alive. Did you notice anything unusual about your father's behavior?
Well, he was extremely upset about something. I think Beatrice may have offended him during their meeting. The servant said that he wanted to be left alone. He retreated into his study immediately after their meeting. I tried to speak with him when the theft was reported, but he didn't much care about the missing artifact. He told me to leave him alone and let the King's Guard investigate the sword. He's probably busy making the changes to his will.
When did you speak with him last?
It was before they activated the lockdown. It was a little after 1 a.m. that night.
And do you have any idea what he was doing in his study?
What? No. I have no idea.
Lady Frega, is there something you're not telling us? It's important that we know about your father's actions before his death.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything else. My father was a private man and didn't share much with anyone, even his own family. I wish I could be of more help, but I really don't know anything else. I used to believe that's why he was killed.
I noticed that this room hasn't been cleaned recently. Do you know why?
It's because I've forbidden the servants from cleaning this room.
And why would you do that?
Beatrice is very dear to me, and I couldn't bear to have her room disturbed after she left. This room was the only memory I had of her after she left.
And what about the Sword of Spell Eating? Do you know how it ended up in this room?
I'm not sure. It's possible someone planted it here to frame Beatrice. I can't say why they would choose this room, though.
Sorry to ask this, but what kind of person was your father?
My father was a complicated man. He was a brilliant scholar and businessman, but he was a cold and distant father.
I see. Did he have any enemies?
As the head of House of Frega, he controlled nearly every banking house in Wyverngarde. There were many people who resented his wealth and power.
Can you remember anyone specific? Perhaps someone that he'd slighted recently?
There was Lloyd von Sanctus.
The ruling lord of Aranax?
Yes. Heard that he was recently involved in a court case. My father has been using the controversy as an opportunity to slowly take control of von Sanctus Industries. And from what I've heard, he's been extremely bitter about that.
Anyways, are there any other enemies he might have had?
No, none that I can think of.
What can you tell me about Beatrice? I heard that she fled the Frega state 5 years ago.
Before she left, Beatrice was one of the most powerful mages I'd ever seen. She is incredible. At the age of 13, her talent for magic had even eclipsed my father's. But it was never enough for him.
What do you mean?
Before my mother died, he desperately wanted a son, but he only ever had daughters.
God, sounds like my grandpa.
Oh. Damn.
Everyone thought that Beatrice would inherit House of Frega from my father, but our family knew the truth. William Frega would never leave his legacy in the hands of a woman.
What?
No matter how hard Beatrice tried, my father would never acknowledge her accomplishments. He was extremely cruel to her. He constantly belittled her achievements and dismissed anything she said to him. And after the incident, he used her disability as an excuse to take away the little influence she had.
If it's not too painful for you, could you tell me more about Beatrice's accident?
Is this even relevant to the investigation?
Any small detail could make a difference. I need to learn everything I can.
I'm not sure about exactly what happened, but it was a magical experiment gone wrong. Beatrice was working on a project at the Imperial Academy. She was trying to create a new spell formula. We're still not sure what happened, but there was an adverse magical reaction. The resulting explosion seriously injured her and left her completely blind.
I can't imagine how she must have taken that.
Actually, she was probably the most unfazed by what happened. But that didn't matter. My father saw his opportunity. He told me that he was relieving her of her duties so that she could recover. But I knew the truth. He was going to take away her political power and social standing. She was reduced to a mere decoration for our home.
And that must have been why she left. Did she contact you during the time that she was missing?
No. No one had heard from her during that time. But as much as I was worried for her, I was also a little happy. Unlike Miriam and I, she had finally broken free from my father. I had no idea what would cause her to return here.
What's wrong?
You can't see it, but the entire room is covered in traces of abjuration magic. Ugh. Everything is glowing white.
Right. That makes sense. There were several anti-magic fields covering the manor. Those fields probably left traces of abjuration everywhere.
I won't bother showing you the traces of abjuration I find while we're here.
It's a highly extravagant bed. Looks similar to the one in Miriam's dorm. It's a table for guests, but it's extremely dusty.
Arcanum. There's a trace of transmutation magic under the bed. I can't see it clearly. Let me take a closer look. It's Crimson Lotus!
What?
It's my sword!
What?
So this is where it's been!
This is also the room where they found the sword of spell eating. Are the two thefts related somehow?
But why? The only thing similar about them is that they're both swords. My sword! Yippee!
Oh, him.
Oh boy.
Oh
Ugh.
boy.
Throw tomatoes.
Your fist's ready.
Okay. Let's see
You got this.
what I will try to honor the high strung vibe that
Just occasionally
Nick
throw in a
Max punch ability. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
wonderful. As if my day couldn't have gotten any worse.
Von Sanctus, what are you doing here?
The head of a noble house has been murdered. I can't very well return to Orym when my affairs are in such disarray. Anyways, forget what I'm doing here. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just wanted to have a friendly chat with one of my favorite noblemen. I hear that you've been keeping busy since we last met. It must be difficult losing your empire to House Frega.
Tyrion, we do need his help.
Is that so? And what makes you think I'd ever help the likes of you?
Because it would take suspicion off you, and let's face it, with your reputation, you could use all the help you can get.
How dare you! I'll have you know that I am still a respected member of the nobility.
Respected? Is that why everyone is talking about your hand in Justin Way's death? Because the way I see it, being involved in another scandal would destroy what little remains of your reputation.
Oh.
But that makes no difference to me, and to be perfectly honest, I'd like nothing more than to drag you onto the stand and embarrass you a second time.
Oh!
Very well. If it means I won't have to endure your presence any longer, I'll oblige and answer your questions. Honestly, it's just one mess after another with you.
Mess? Wouldn't you have much to gain from William Frega's death?
On a surface level, you might be right, but it's far more complicated than that. House Frega controls the banking houses. They are the main pillar of support for the Wyverngarde's economy. William's death could have unimaginable economic consequences regardless of who inherits his house. I wouldn't be foolish enough to do something like that.
That remains to be seen.
Think what you will. There are others who would benefit from William Frega's death.
You mentioned that other people would benefit from Frega's death. Who specifically?
If I had to venture a guess, I would say Lucio Steelwind benefits the most.
Do you mean the prosecutor's father? But you just said that Lord Frega's death could have unimaginable consequences for the economy.
Huh. Do you think that brute cares about Wyverngarde's economy? No. All that man cares about is power. Pure and physical power. House Steelwind and House Frega have been fighting for control of Wyverngarde for generations. And in this long-lasting era of peace, the Steelwind's military have become far less valuable to the crown. If it weren't for Lady Steelwind's engagement to the Crown Prince, they might not even be considered a pillar family anymore. The death of William Frega is probably exactly what Lucio Steelwind has been waiting for. And if our economy were to suffer, it would cause civil unrest. In a scenario like that, the Crown would have to rely on Steelwind's forces to maintain order.
It's clear that you think Lucio Steelwind would have much to gain from this. But can you think of anyone else?
Oh, well, there is, Haroldson.
That can't be his real name.
But what would Mr. Haroldson possibly gain from Frega's death?
From what I've heard, William was planning to defund the Haroldson Hall of History.
Really? Why would he do that?
I'm not sure of the specifics. But supposedly, Lord Haroldson has refused to omit the less flattering parts of Wyverngarde's history from his exhibits. It's gotten blatant enough that he's drawn the ire of the king himself. King? They actually got into a very heated argument during the Lord's Ball about it. I heard that William declared he would be removing House Haroldson from his estate.
What can you tell me about the defendant in this case?
What? She's your client? Surely you would know her better than I.
Humor me.
Well, I'm sure you're aware that she fled the Frega estate 5 years ago. In doing so, she dealt a blow to House Frega's reputation and directly insulted the Crown Prince by breaking her engagement to him.
Wait, Beatrice was engaged to Aster?
Yes, it was quite the scandal at the time. And Lucio wasted no time in pushing his daughter into taking Beatrice's place.
Oh, is that why those three were so awkward last night?
And that woman's return will complicate things. Honestly, the situation is just an absolute mess.
Do you find Beatrice's return to be inconvenient for you?
What are you on about now?
Please, don't insult my intelligence, Von Sanctus.
Fine. If you must know, my son was arranged to marry William's daughter, Leif. I think that's
Leif?
Leif. Of course, Leif. Since Beatrice showed no signs of returning, it was apparent that Leif would inherit House Frega instead of her. I know when my days are numbered, so I took preemptive action. William wanted a male heir, and I needed to preserve my house, so we both came to an accord. My son and Leif would arrange to be wed. House Von Sanctus would have been absorbed, but at least my Jaden would stand at the helm of House Frega.
I should probably consider myself lucky.
Why did you have to make him so slimy?
Oh. Oh my god. Oh shoot. Oh. You nobles are absolutely awful.
Think what you will. I wouldn't expect a commoner to understand. That's the problem with your generation. You have no sense of duty or obligation.
Excuse me?
I will try my best to do the as he has been doing. Leif has already expressed resistance to this marriage, even though she was well aware of the details. Now I worry she'll hide behind her sister to end the engagement altogether.
piece of trash throws tomatoes at you.
Now you'll get two laughs. The official one and the Usurper's recast one.
No, y'all get tomatoed. Respectfully.
Better bring twice the tomatoes. Yes.
Oh, not like this.
Yes, like this.
No.
Yes. Hold on a second, I'm gonna use the hint system. Okay.
Use hints.
Okay. Showtime. Is there something you're not telling us, Leif? Because I have a feeling that you know more than you're letting on.
What?
What was your father doing in his study?
I already told you. I don't know. My father was a private man. He wouldn't share something like that with me. No idea what my father was doing.
He was making some sort of change to his will, wasn't he?
What?
Why did you find the need to hide this from us?
I didn't.
We've only just met today, so I understand if you don't trust us. But the Inquisition thinks that Beatrice murdered your father, and they claim that she did so for his inheritance.
That's absolutely absurd.
Regardless, your father's inheritance is a likely motive behind his murder. Many people would have a lot to gain from his death, including you.
Excuse me? How could you even think that I'd be capable of something like this?
I didn't mean to imply that you were involved in this, but it's clear that the murderer's motive was to take control of House Frega. This means that their plan heavily relied on who William Frega was leaving his assets to.
Oh.
So I need to know, Miss Frega. How was your father planning to change his will?
I don't know. I've already told you. My father was a secretive man. He didn't share the details of his estate with me.
Is that really true, though?
What?
I already know about your arranged marriage to Jaden von Sanctus. And I
Sorry.
also know as a part of this deal, Jaden would inherit House Frega instead of you.
That's a lot of emotions.
You definitely knew about this, and you heavily resisted the marriage in an attempt to stall it. Which means that you had some idea of how your father's will was arranged. So what aren't you telling me, Miss Frega?
I can't trust you.
What?
You're here on behalf of Crown Prince Aster. The Four Pillar families and the Crown have much to gain from my father's death. How can you assure me that this information won't be used against my family?
There's nothing I could possibly say to make you trust me. But please understand, I'm only trying to find out who murdered your father. And to do that, I need to know everything that he was doing that night.
I have no reason to trust you. But somehow, I can tell that you're being sincere. Will you really protect Beatrice?
I'll get to the truth of what really happened.
Okay, if that's truly what you're planning to do, I'll tell you what I know. I wasn't trying to be uncooperative, but I didn't know who I could trust.
Considering the circumstances, that's perfectly understandable.
Not sure why, but my father was extremely upset that night. According to him, Beatrice had returned and was even more impudent than before.
He must have been angry about something she said during their meeting. Did he tell you what their meeting was about?
He didn't. And I honestly didn't really care. I was just so happy that my sister had finally returned. But my father clearly felt the opposite. Before he entered his study, he told me that he would be pruning the family tree. He was going to disinherit my sister and several other members of our family.
He probably started drafting a new will to reflect that decision. Has anyone found a draft of this will?
No. It was one of the first things I looked for after the investigation began.
Did anyone else know about this?
No one. I didn't even tell Lady Steelwind, when she was questioning me.
Because it would have given Beatrice a motive to commit the murder. Anyways, thank you, Miss Frega.
Mr. Cuthbert?
Yes?
My sister is not a bad person. There's no way that she'd do something like this.
She's in good hands. Ruby Timura's the one defending her in the trial, after all.
I hope so.
This is a complete mess. Oh, Mr. Cuthbert. I had a feeling I'd be seeing you again. He's working for the Crown Prince. Can he be trusted?
Hello again, Mr. Haroldson.
Harold.
Right, Harold. I'm sure you already know that I'm investigating the murder of William Frega. And the prosecution suspects that someone used the Sword of Spell Eating to break into Lord Frega's room. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the theft last night.
I'll tell you what I can, but I'm not sure how much help I'll be.
I can't believe a museum owns such a powerful magic item. I would have expected the noble houses to take them for themselves.
Well, the nobility of today don't have much use for items such as these. The power of a lord is based on politics rather than magical strength. And a noble wouldn't want to wield the sword of a demon, even if the legends are just stories.
A demon?
Oh, right. The Sword of Spell Eating is said to have been forged from a pact between a demon and a mage.
Is it making a pact with a demon just asking for trouble? They definitely betray you the first chance they got.
Well, legends say the demons often drafted blood contracts for this reason.
Wait, do you mean like a legally binding contract?
The concept is similar. But once you sign a blood contract, both you and the demon are magically compelled to fulfill its terms. It's said that violating its terms will result in instant death for the offender, no matter who it is.
Yeah, so I guess there's some protection.
Well, as an attorney, I'm sure you understand it's possible to exploit and use loopholes in any contract. And according to the legends, demons take great pride in their ability to deceive and corrupt people.
According to the prosecution, the theft took place during the Lord's Ball. Shouldn't there have been plenty of witnesses in the gallery at that time?
That's the strangest thing. Supposedly, the gallery room was completely empty when it happened.
What? That can't be right.
And honestly, I have no idea how anyone could produce enough magic to shatter the display case anyways.
Were the wards protecting the case that powerful?
Haha, they were powerful. But that's not the issue here. It would be one thing to dispel the wards and remove the glass protecting it. But it's another thing entirely to completely annihilate the abjuration wards and shatter the glass. Doing something like that would require an extremely powerful spell, far more powerful than what would have been needed.
So you're saying that the force applied was excessive?
Yes, and that's not the worst of it. It's clear that the Sword of Spell Eating wasn't the only item that was stolen.
You mentioned that another item was stolen.
Yes, it's extremely concerning. After the Sword of Spell Eating was reported missing, I checked the other exhibits. That's when I discovered that the armbands of intellect had been stolen as well. And unlike the Sword of Spell Eating, we still haven't found the armbands.
The thief didn't shatter the glass.
Exactly. Moreover, the armbands were actually replaced with a very well-made replica.
What? You mentioned that someone would have needed a powerful spell to shatter the display case. Wouldn't that narrow down the list of suspects for the theft? Not everyone attending the ball could cast spells that powerful.
Well, according to the Inquisition, Beatrice Frega's magic was powerful enough to have done this.
Discounting the fact that she's completely blind.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Well aware of that, actually. And it doesn't sit quite right with me either.
Was there anyone else at the Lord's Ball capable of matching Beatrice's power?
Only the heads of the 4 pillars could have invoked magic this powerful. But apparently, Beatrice is an exception to that.
But the cases can be open normally, can't they? Otherwise, how would you transport the artifacts from place to place?
Ah, yes. The magical locks on the case can be disabled.
How are they normally disabled?
They can be turned on and off using a spoken password.
And how many people know this password?
Only myself. I personally oversee the transport of these items when they're moved.
Harold, a witness told us that when you got into an argument with William Frega on the night of the murder. Was William Frega planning on defunding the Haroldson Hall of History?
Yes, he was. He made that very clear. But that doesn't mean that I had anything to do with his murder.
We're not saying that you did, but I need to explore every possibility. So, I need to ask, did your argument that night turn hostile?
I'll admit that our discussion turned heated, but it never escalated to threats or violence. With how insulting he was, it should have. William was being unreasonable, and I was frustrated, but that's all there was to it. He deserved what happened to him.
Did you have any conflicts with him prior to that night?
We have had disagreements in the past. He was receiving pressure from the royal family about what I was displaying in my museum. The king believed that some of my exhibits were too controversial for public eye.
What do you mean?
I'm sure you've noticed the rising tensions between the common folk and the nobility. I've never been one to shy away from the bloodier parts of Wyverngarde's history. The citizens must know about these parts of history, otherwise we're liable to repeat them. However, the king believed that my historical exhibits did nothing but dig up old wounds. Nothing but simpletons, the lot of them.
Thank you for your time, Harold.
Harold.
I think we'll be on our way now.
We have a lot of info, but none of it really leads anywhere.
So many people had a motive to murder William Frega, but who actually did it? Motives aside, let's go over the events that happened that night. It all started when the Sword of Spell Eating was stolen. We don't have a specific suspect, but we do know something about them.
It would be one thing to dispel the wards and remove the glass protecting it. But it's another thing entirely to completely annihilate the abjuration wards and shatter the glass. Doing something like that would require an extremely powerful spell, far more powerful than what would have been needed.
The thief was a powerful mage. That's the only way they could have shattered the magically reinforced glass.
But what about Harold? He could have just unlocked it using his password.
He could have stolen the sword and staged a robbery, but he couldn't have shattered the glass. Only a powerful mage could have done that, and I doubt Harold would lie about that when we could easily confirm it with Steelwind.
Right. But then what happened next?
They brazenly stole the Sword of Spell Eating, and this caused Harold to report the theft to the Kingsguard.
After Lord Haroldson reported the theft, the Inquisition discreetly placed the manor on lockdown. They searched every room in the manor to try to find it, but it was eventually found in Beatrice's bedroom.
And that led them to believe that she had stolen it.
That's correct. The Kingsguard moved to arrest her, but Prince Aster ordered them to step down.
And then there's Life's statement.
My father was extremely upset about something. I think Beatrice may have offended him during their meeting. The servant said that he wanted to be left alone. He retreated into his study immediately after their meeting. I tried to speak with him when the theft was reported, but he didn't much care about the missing artifact. It was before they activated the lockdown. It was a little after 1 a.m. that night.
Life's account gives us a clear fact about when William died. William Frega was murdered after the lockdown was activated.
This means that whoever killed him bypassed the lockdown and broke into the magically locked room. They had to have used the sword, right?
That's likely, but not necessarily true. An anti-magic field would have also had the same effect. The murderer could have stolen the Sword of Spell Eating to throw off the investigation.
But anti-magic field is a high-level spell. Not many mages would be able to cast it.
And I doubt any of the nobles here will let us see their spell compendiums. But because of how powerful anti-magic field is, we can still conclude that the murderer is a powerful mage. This actually narrows down our list of suspects.
That's still not concrete evidence, though. And we haven't even spoke to all the suspects yet.
Either way, it's a good start, and it's not as if we're defending this case. The trial is getting close anyways.
Oh. Mr. Cuthbert?
Hi.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you here.
What? You scared me.
Eris, What are you doing here?
Beatrice is actually an acquaintance of my father. He sent me here to help her through this ordeal.
Have either of you seen Miss Timora? I have some things to share with her.
Oh, she was just here. But she left to retrieve some documents from her office.
Do you have any idea when she'll be back?
She didn't say. But if your discussion has something to do with the case, I could pass a message on to her.
Okay, let me tell you what I know.
I see. You've certainly been very thorough.
Yes, but I still have no concrete evidence that points to anyone.
We underestimated him. If he reveals these findings to Prince Aster, he might suspect something.
What?
Sorry. I was just deep in thought.
Beatrice, I'm sure you're aware that Prince Aster has your best interests at heart.
I know. Even though we haven't spoken for the last 5 years, I still considered him a dear friend.
Then I suppose you have no issue with me sharing these findings with him?
Of course not. Oh, this is bad. Even he wouldn't support us if he knew that I was involved. Is something wrong, Mr. Cuthbert? You look a little pale. Mr. Cuthbert, perhaps you should get some rest. You look dreadfully tired.
Beatrice, you weren't actually involved in this, were you?
Tyrion?
Do you suspect me now, Mr. Cuthbert?
You didn't answer my question, Beatrice.
As if I'd even need to justify it with a response. But no, Mr. Cuthbert. I was not responsible for my father's murder. At least, not directly. I was technically an accomplice.
Cuthbert?
Miss Timora! Miss Timora, can I speak with you alone for a second?
Okay. What's wrong? Is everything okay?
Miss Timora! Beatrice, she actually did murder William Frega!
What are you talking about? How could you possibly know that?
I used the Eye of Horus on her. She conspired with someone else to orchestrate William Frega's death.
Have you told anyone else about this?
No, it's not as if they believe me anyways. You're the only other person who knows about my abilities.
Okay. Just stay quiet about this for the time being. Anyways, I need to get ready. The trial starts in half an hour.
What? You're not seriously going to defend her, are you?
Of course I am. I'm her attorney.
But she's guilty! I saw it!
Look, at this point, I don't know what you saw. Do you think I can just abandon a client minutes before a trial?
No, but
It's not for either of us to decide who's guilty and who's not. Everyone has a right to an attorney. Our court system needs a defense attorney and a prosecutor to keep things fair. More importantly, you had no right to use the Eye of Horus on my client without my permission.
What? But...
I don't have time to argue about this. We will be talking about this later.
Hey, Tyrion? Is everything okay?
Celeste. I think Beatrice was actually behind this.
What? Alright. I believe you.
What?
You wouldn't say something like that if you weren't sure, right? But what if you're but what if you're saying is true? What do we do now?
I don't think we need to do anything.
What?
Steelwind is handling the prosecution, and she's definitely no pushover. If Beatrice is truly guilty, I'll just have to trust her to get the job done. Either way, I don't think we're in any position to get involved.
Alright. If you say so.
Dude, not Beatrice. Celeste, best girl.
Yes.
Oh.
Moving forward.
Your Honor, I'm afraid you can't pass a verdict just yet.
Mr. Cuthbert!
Cuthbert! What the hell are you doing?
I don't know. But what I do know is that there was a massive contradiction in Miriam Frega's testimony.
Damn, another save progress?
Oh boy.
Damn.
This is a long one.
This is a
Oh.
massive
So should we just stop
cliffhanger.
here? This is the second half now that we're going into?
So let me check. There is one more. This trial period looks shorter, and then there's a shorter investigation and a longer trial for day 2.
Oh, dang.
Do you think we
Oh.
could do it in half an hour? Like to get to the day 2?
Possibly if we move fast.
Okay,
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay, time lock in.
let's go.
Yeah.
Your Honor, the defense, I mean the prosecution. I would like the right to examine to cross-examine this witness.
Bailiff, please arrest Mr. Cuthbert. I'm
No.
holding him in contempt of court.
No.
Oh, man.
Wait.
Yoy.
What? Ugh. I see. Very well then. It appears that Miss Steelwind has somehow predicted that this would happen.
Nice.
Hey,
In accordance with her wishes, Mr. Cuthbert may act as the prosecutor in her stead.
What the hell? You can't be serious.
I am honestly just as surprised as you are, Miss Tamora. But Miss Steelwind was apparently designated him as her stand-in. It's unorthodox, but it's also legal.
So, what would you do if one of your clients was guilty?
I suppose I'd withdraw and tell them to find another lawyer.
And if no one else would represent them?
I don't know, it would definitely be a hard choice for me. But I would never be able to represent them if I knew the truth. I just can't stand by and let a murderer escape justice.
I see.
Well, this isn't how I expected the trial to go. I guess we're really doing this.
What's wrong?
This feels weird. We're on the other side of this courtroom.
I mean, this is where the prosecutor is supposed to stand.
No, this feels way too jarring. Ruby, can we switch tables?
What?
Oh my goodness.
Please ignore her.
No, this is way too weird. Tyrion, get her to switch with us, please. Why didn't you choose us?
Celeste.
Bro.
For the love of... I genuinely do not care. Cuthbert can have this side if he wants it so badly.
No.
Bruh.
With, that out of the way, let's resume proceedings. Assuming that we're all at our preferred spots.
We are, Your Honor.
With all these interruptions, I think it's best to review the proceedings up until now. The prosecution proposed that Beatrice Frega's motive for the murder was to claim the victim's inheritance. However, the defense brought forth a witness who testified that Beatrice was disinherited by her father 5 years ago. Am I correct, Mr. Mora?
You are, Your Honor. Your Honor.
Of course I am. Very well. Considering the circumstances, I think it's best to have Lady Frega repeat her testimony. Bailiff, please escort Lady Frega to the stand once more.
Miss Frega, could you please give your testimony to the court once more?
Of course. One day, we all woke up and discovered that Beatrice had fled from our home. She left a note for us, and in it, she renounced her name and denounced my father. My father later called me and my sister into his study. He told us that he completely disowned Beatrice and removed any claim she had the Frega estate. It was probably a threat to us in case we ever chose to go down the same path she did. He wanted to make an example out of her. This all happened 5 years ago.
So your father disinherited Beatrice shortly after her departure.
Yeah, he did.
As such, Beatrice would have no motive to murder her father. Any inheritance she could have received would be long gone by the night of the murder.
Miss Frega, it's clear you're regretful of how your eldest sister was treated. That guilt must have eaten at you for all these years.
Cuthbert, I know you don't have a good history with the witness. But you shouldn't rub salt in her wounds.
I was merely pointing out the witness's personal connection to the defendant, Miss Timora. She clearly regrets not standing up for her sister all those years ago. So perhaps she's trying to make up for that. By lying to protect her.
Excuse me? I did nothing of the sort.
Miss Frega, you testified that your father disinherited Beatrice 5 years ago. However, I have testimony from another witness who spoke with the victim on the night of the murder. After Beatrice's meeting with William Frega, he openly declared that he would be removing her from his will. He even entered his study to draft a new will to reflect that decision. So that raises the following question. Why would the victim need to declare that he was disinheriting the defendant? It doesn't make sense if he had already disinherited her 5 years ago.
Is that so? Well, who did you hear this from? It's clear that they had no understanding of my father's estate.
They had no understanding? Miriam, this testimony came directly from your sister, Leif Frega.
What?
And she should have been also present. And she should have also been present during this alleged meeting 5 years ago.
Ooh, no man's
Well, she must be mistaken then.
Objection.
Your Honor, how can we trust secondhand testimony from a witness who isn't here? Wouldn't it make more sense to have Leif give her testimony directly?
I must agree with you, Miss Tamura, but you would be doing 3 voices at the same time. Leif Frega should
That
be
was me
allowed to
I know,
clear
Your
up
Honor. I don't know
this-
what's going on. Yes.
this misunderstanding. Bailiff? Oh, please escort Leif Frega to the stand.
Didn't hit me until now. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Miss Frega,
fun.
when we spoke earlier, you mentioned that your father decided to disinherit Beatrice. And he decided this after their meeting on the night of the murder. Is that correct?
Yes, I did say that. You see, Leif? Cuthbert doubts the testimony given by your younger sister. He seems to think that she's committed perjury. What?
I wouldn't go so far as to say...
Witness. Lying under oath is a serious crime. It would have harsh consequences even for someone of your sister's status. No, she couldn't have. Wonderful. Are you saying that you can corroborate your sister's testimony?
Miss Timora, you can't just intimidate the witness.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Cuthbert. I'm just telling the witness what may or may not happen depending on what she does next. The choice is ultimately hers. So, Leif, assuming Miriam wasn't lying under oath, could you please testify to the court to confirm what your sister said? Yes, of course. You see, Miriam was quite young when my father called us into his study 5 years ago. She didn't understand what he was really doing. My father would often lie to us. It was one of the many ways he kept us in line. The encounter that Miriam described was just another one of his lies. Despite their disagreements, my father would never disinherit Beatrice without a good reason. He always held on to the possibility that she would become desperate enough to return home. Truth is that none of us knew what my father was planning for House Frega's future. See, Cuthbert? The truth is much more complicated. No one could have really known what William Frega was planning for his state.
Miss Frega, did you really have no idea about House Frega's future?
No, I didn't. My father made sure of that. As I told you, he kept many secrets and wasn't above lying to manipulate us.
But with Beatrice gone, you would have been the one to inherit your father's estate. Would you really be ignorant of your father's plans for House Frega? Unfortunately for you, I don't think you'd be that careless. In fact, I have it on good authority that you knew exactly how William's inheritance would be divided before that night.
What?
Leif, according to Lloyd von Sanctus, you were arranged into a diplomatic marriage with his son. You expressed resistance to this arrangement. Am I correct?
I have no reason to comment on that matter.
Cuthbert, the witness' personal matters are hardly any of our business.
Yes, I must ask, you're not British, that you keep this discussion relevant to the case.
Your Honor, Leif's resistance to this marriage is exactly how I know that her testimony is false. She was extremely averse to this marriage, and because of that, she made sure to know every detail about how it would affect her and her house. And that includes how House Frega would be inherited by her future husband. So that raises the question, Leif. If you already knew the intricate details of this marriage, why would your father tell you that he was disinheriting your sister? That statement would only make sense if Beatrice was already in his will beforehand. That would render Miriam's testimony false and constitute a motive for the defendant.
Sounds deeper than we thought.
You present a decent argument, Cuthbert, but your claims rely on one assumption.
And what assumption would that be, Miss Timora? Even if he was lying, the victim declared that he was revoking Beatrice's inheritance. She must have already been named in the will previously. Otherwise, there would have been no need for him to say that. It wouldn't make any sense otherwise.
And that's where your assumption is. You're assuming that William Frega was acting logically.
What are you talking about?
It's clear that William Frega was extremely controlling of his daughters. By your own admission, Leif Frega was resistant to the marriage arranged by her father. In addition to that, Miriam Frega found herself wrapped in controversy regarding the Nightgrave trial a few months ago. And finally, to make matters worse, Beatrice Frega, the prodigal child, finally returned and made a public appearance during the Lord's Ball.
What are you trying to insinuate?
In his eyes, William Frega's ability to keep his daughters in line was clearly weakening. He must have gotten desperate and made a grand declaration in a feeble attempt to scare you, Leif. Even if that declaration was clearly inconsistent.
But he wouldn't.
Your ability to remember must be muddled by the shock of your father's death. His statement couldn't have possibly been true.
Objection, the defense is leading the witness?
If by some chance they were true, that would make you guilty of perjury. Or perhaps it was Miriam that was lying in her testimony. If your father's statement were true, the court might be inclined to investigate her for lying on the stand.
Miss Timora, are you threatening her? Or yourself in this case?
As I said before, I'm merely stating the facts. The witness is free to act as she sees fit. I'm just asking her to consider the potential consequences of what she says next.
What do I do? I'm sorry. I need time to think. Please don't stare at me like that, Mr. Cuthbert.
Wait a minute. No, wait!
Oh, that
Here we go.
music.
Oh boy.
As much as I hate to admit it, this trial is a perfect opportunity to back out of the arranged marriage. Long Sanctus holders are weakening by the day. Doubt he'll be able to put up much resistance. And once Beatrice inherits the estate, we might be able to rebuild our family. Father, I know we had our differences, but I did love you. I never wanted you to die. Ruby Tymora. I've heard stories about her. Never expected Beatrice to hire someone like her. I wonder if she'll be at the will reading tomorrow. Why would Miriam say those things? Am I misremembering what happened? No, I would have remembered something like that. She must be trying to protect Beatrice.
I believe you've had enough time for deliberation, Mr. Cuthbert. Are you able to prove the defendant's motive or not?
I'm not, Your Honor. At least, not yet. It's clear we won't get anywhere until we can confirm the state of William Frega's will. And we can easily confirm that tomorrow morning, when William Frega's will is read to his family.
How did you...
I see. Once the will is read, it will become public record. I suppose I have no choice but to suspend this trial until such a time that William Frega's will is read.
Objection.
This is ludicrous. The case against my client is completely outrageous. We spent the entire court proceedings arguing if her motive even exists. The prosecution has very little evidence that physically implicates my client.
Miss Tymora, you clearly don't believe that the defendant had anything to do with the murder.
Of course I don't. She's completely innocent.
Well, if your client didn't murder the victim, who did?
You sneaky little...
Your Honor, with no other suspects, are you in a position to pass a verdict?
No, I am not. Mr. Cuthbert is correct. The court does not have enough information to pass a verdict. Until the Inquisition has time to investigate these new developments, I will be suspending today's trial. I'm about to sneeze. I will probably mute myself after we will resume the trial tomorrow afternoon. Court is adjourned.
Bless you. I throw
Bless you.
right on cue. Bless you.
Chew! Slams hammer on the ground.
Thank you.
Well, that happened.
Sorry, I kind of acted without thinking.
But out of everything that happened today, I can't believe that Steelwind somehow knew you would do that.
Right, that is strange. Did she seriously predict what I'd do off that one conversation?
Of course. Isn't that awesome?
Anyways, we have some time to ourselves. I'd very much like to catch up on some sleep.
Yeah, today's been exhausting. For a lot of reasons.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
What the heck was that? Why is your son filling in for Aria?
Listen, I have the situation under control.
If that's true, I hate to see a situation you consider out of control.
Iris...
My father is not pleased with today's developments. You promised that the verdict would be passed before William Frega's will became public record. This has thrown quite the wrench in our plans.
I understand. Cuthbert is just confused. But he's not a threat to us.
We better hope you're right, Tymora. Or else your poor ward might suffer the same fate as Prosecutor Steelwind.
No.
House Frega is too important of a prize for us to let go.
Oh, you little...
Bring us results, Tymora. Or else we'll continue to take more drastic measures.
I'm not threatening you. It's your choice, right? Obviously.
Yeah, totally your choice.
That's so
All the stuff that Ruby was saying was like, oh, I'm just like holding you to your back to a cliff with a knife. You can choose to walk into the knife or jump off the cliff. It's not like I'm not threatening you. You're just, you can just, you know, it's your choice. Like, in
Miss
the end,
Tymora, are you
ultimately.
threatening yourself?
Jesus Christ.
My goodness.
Bro, the amount of like Sharon and Yesenia just talking in circles is so funny.
It's so amusing.
It's quite the exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost kind of jealous of you being able to do all these different voices. I just gotta play the same guy. It's fine though.
Well, if Tyrion had less lines, but
Yeah, he has many, many lines.
Yeah.
Indeed.
maybe Ryan can voice a one-off character just to hear him voice someone else.
Yeah, let's hear an incidental.
Mercenaries 3. There's 3 lines for Mercenaries. You got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You know what?
believe in
Fine. I'll literally have to do 3
Maybe
voices in the
Ri-
span of like 3 in the span of 3 screens if I do that, but sure.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
I believe
you.
in you.
Perfect. Let's go.
But that'll be for next time.
Yeah, next
Yeah,
time.
for sure.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Of Tyrion Cuthbert, attorney of the Arcane.
Well, prosecutor of the Arcane.
Well, he's still an attorney. A prosecutor is still a type of attorney.
Oh. Just
Oi.
play Phoenix Wright
Oh
music.
my god. I'm seeing.
I'm roasting.
I feel
I'm
that.
roasting too, and I'm not even in my booth.
Same.
Oh my god.
I'm
seeing
used to-
Bao's sketch in the Discord. It looks
I'm
amazing.
used to the burn.
It's so good. It's so good. Did you see the sketch, Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Oh
looking
yeah, I saw.
now.
It's so good.
Where is this?
Look at
It's
the
in the
draw.
art.
Look at the draw.
Art.
Look of the draw. It has like 2 little paint like palettes next to it.
Oh, yes, I'm looking now. I'm scrolling. I'm looking. I'm observing.
Anonymous.
Oh,
Oh
Anonymous,
my
thank you for
goodness,
the
that is
gift sub.
magnificent.
The freaking
Anonymous
kazoo.
strikes again.
That is perfect.
I love that the kazoo shenanigans have just become a part of this now.
Absolutely.
Dude, like my headcanon is that Aster just plays the kazoo in his spare time.
He's
And
eccentric
Commander White
enough.
just has to entertain him.
Oh, Beatrice, I didn't see you there.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Anonymous is doing stuff.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Wait, what is it? It's like, what are you talking about? I don't like Aster. He's standing right behind you, and then she just hears.
I could see that.
Can we
And
just
then, Kya!
can we just say that like that was a very, very good interpretation of asterisk squeak asterisk?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Flawless, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun, though. Thank you, thank
It was
you.
so fun.
That's
You for
fun.
having us.
Yay, we're almost there, guys.
Thank you
We
for
have, like,
joining.
A chapter and a half.
Yeah, we got like a. Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. All chapter 5 is like more like 1.5 chapters length.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
okay. I was gonna say it's probably 3 parts, right?
It's
Like,
the
that
big one.
It's
Oh,
the
Nice.
So
big
probably
Gotcha.
like 4 more.
The
4
big
more
one.
streams?
Oh.
Maybe depending on how quickly we can go about doing this.
I'm hyped as I get to Aster it up.
That too. I did
Nice.
notice we started voicing some of the flashbacks.
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay.
fun.
I think for the last chapter we should just probably voice like the the thinking of Tyrion too, because like
Yeah.
it kind of has important context sometimes for
Yeah.
people that are like
Sounds good.
literally just listening and not watching.
That's fair.
We don't mind hearing you talk, Ryan. I know
We don't
you
mind you
probably cut it because you have
monologuing
a
in
lot
your
of
head.
lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't mind you monologuing.
I cut them out more in the interest of time, and so I didn't have to count
Yeah,
them.
but that's
so I
okay.
didn't have to count them.
True. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all for joining.
Another
Thank you so much.
Gifts of the kazoo dude.
Oh my god.
Wait, Kazoo dude?
Amazing.
Wait, there's someone named Kazoo dude?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there is. What?
Oh, and
Heck
bitch.
yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest though. I'd be more surprised if there wasn't somebody named Kazoo Dude somewhere on Twitch.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
the amount of
but
people
he's in your chat.
Yeah,
And we're
witnessing
playing
this.
kazoos.
I think that
What are the
gift flip can
chances?
just go to anybody.
It can go to anyone.
Oh.
It doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
don't have to be in your chat.
Mm.
Yeah, they
Oh,
can find
just
them. Yeah.
like randomly to someone named Kazoo dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's
Oh my
hilarious.
god.
Guys, the random
so this
names you can
random
find
person's
here.
gonna be like, who is this?
Uh-huh.
Some guy with two
So
friends who have
they better
kazoos.
show up.
Hey.
That wasn't random.
No.
We like to party.
We like to find
That wasn't random. I searched the name. Oh my god, so funny.
At this rate, I really should just bring the saxophone in here next time.
Yes.
That would be amazing. I would love to hear you play.
I would need to practice.
Join us. Join our ensemble. Become
Oh, I don't
one of
want
us.
to get copyright striked. I don't want to get copyright striked.
I think that would. I think that would fall under the usage of like anything being, like I think that would fall under being a cover that is completely your own, like content, which I
Oh,
think
heck
was
yeah.
technically the rule.
Huh.
I don't
do
know.
have a harmonica I could learn to play.
But at the same time, I've also had a video muted because of a sound that
Of the WoW sound that was never in
that
it.
was never there.
Oh.
Crazy, dude. Gotta be careful with these
How bizarre.
DMCA copyright strike things.
Confusion.
Yes,
Alright, GG.
indeed.
Okay. I gotta head out. I need to eat dinner, so I need
Oh,
really
go
to
eat,
Go-
fast.
go eat!
Excellent idea.
Go!
Eat, enjoy.
Go eat
I
the-
made
Feast.
some shrimp. So
Oh, that sounds
Ooh.
amazing.
Ooh, okay.
Yay.
yeah.
So,
eat,
can
go
you give
eat.
me your address so I can
will.
drive over?
Wow, you straight
I live
Mag, you
far
stay
away.
shrimping?
Yes, I will say shrimp.
You stay shrimping?
I will. I will. With garlic, yes, and green onions. Yes. And noodles.
Grab a whole bunch of
Delicious.
shrimp chips, you know, and then just be like, "I will fill a wrap."
Oh yeah.
Whatever. Okay. Anyway,
Oh my
bye.
God.
Bye.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Rion. Bye.
Good night.
Hey.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
But I love Ryan. I love that you're already making K-pop Demon Hunters references.
I've been seeing a lot of them just by osmosis before I watched the film, so it's like I already know a bunch of them.
So you have context now.
I have context now, yep.
Nice.
Yeah, this plane's trashed.
All right, I'm also going to head out. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
It was a
Take
lot of
Care
fun.
and amazing
Yeah.
work as always.
Yes.
Thank you,
always
you guys
amazing
as
to hear you.
well.
You need
guys
to do
as
more
well.
little boys in the
Okay.
future.
You need to what?
You need to do more little boy voices in the future too.
Oh.
Boy,
They're
doing
so
boy
good.
voices is fun.
I will not
demote myself. Yeah, for people with more feminine voices.
Yeah, it's easier for us to do.
I
it than
can't do a
men,
little boy
actually.
voice.
Yeah.
It'll be
'cause
like,
the
"Hey,
high
what's up?"
pitchiness. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you
a little boy.
later.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
Alas,
Jack.
the
You need to believe
detriment
in
of us in
yourself
our
more.
deeper ranges.
I'll be
You
watching
too,
the
Nick. You need to
stream.
believe in yourself more.
How dare we be baritones?
Come on.
I'm
you can do it.
Ketchum. I'm a little boy.
I say it jokingly, I
Too much
love my
air.
deeper range.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a Pokemon master.
I've been trying to work actually expanding upwards, but that often just involves
There you
heading
go.
into like my customer service voice. Oh, I'm sorry, can I help you?
Yeah,
Hi,
if I
I'd like
go
to help you.
upwards, I start entering gremlin territory for me because I just can't keep it sounding natural. So I just have to use a weird falsetto, and I just sound like a gremlin, like kind of high. So nope,
I love it.
I love it.
definitely not a child.
It could be a gremlin child.
Anyways, I will be hopping off the call, but I will be watching the stream. So whomever you decide to raid, I will happily join if Twitch allows me.
Excellent.
That's the question, isn't it?
That is the question. To
Being
raid or
Twitch's
not to
least
raid?
favorite son is
The,
not fun.
The unfortunate question.
Let you do your thing.
All right, I'm a closeout.
All right.
Alrighty. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I'm doing it for some reason. So, thank you everybody for joining today. Thank you all for your support through all of these. Thank you all for all your support and for tuning in to watch the silly shenanigans. I am roasting alive in here, so I'm going to try to make this brief again. So, I will send you off to Rindia, who's currently doing some singing stuff. So please go give her a hello, and for those of you who are watching for the dubs, we are doing this again next Saturday. For anybody else who is just here for whatever weirdness I get up to, I'm back tomorrow with Resident Evil 4, I think. I know my own schedule, after I have referenced it again. Yes, Resident Evil 4. So let's go say hi to Rindia and have a lovely evening, everybody.